How to get clients as a bookkeeping business owner. My name is Zach Pasquarello, and I teach you how to start a bookkeeping business in less than 30 days with no experience. I have made a ton of videos teaching you exactly how to start a bookkeeping business based on the experience that I have gained over the past 3 years. I have made a ton of mistakes. I've learned so much, and the whole point of these videos is so that you can fast track to success and avoid all of the mistakes that I made. I've made a ton of videos, but this is going to be the most important video. If you don't watch any of my other videos, or if you're brand new to the channel, this should be the one video that you focus on. I'm going to break it down very simply. I'm going to tell you exactly how you can succeed as a bookkeeping business owner with no experience. So I was inspired to make this video today because I had a phone call with somebody who is struggling to launch their bookkeeping business. And if you want help with your bookkeeping business or with bookkeeping in general or business in general, there's actually a link in the description of this video. You can schedule a one-on-one consultation with me. I would be happy to work with you. So in the phone call today with somebody who was looking for mentorship and looking for help starting their bookkeeping business, she started her business last year. So it's May right now, and she actually launched her business in June of 2022, which was 11 months ago, and she hadn't done anything. And the big reason that she hadn't done anything is because she felt like an imposter. She felt like she didn't really know bookkeeping. She didn't really want to embarrass herself in front of her friends and family. She didn't know how to do sales and marketing on social media. So she had zero clients. She started her business 11 months ago with the idea of quitting her full-time job, but she had zero clients 11 months later. And she had been watching my videos, and it inspired her to give it a second shot. So all she needs is just one client, and that's going to skyrocket her confidence. That's going to kickstart her business. So she called me because she just wants help getting that first client. So we had a consultation this morning. I explained everything to her about what she needs to do to get that first client. I'm going to try to summarize that in the next 10 minutes of this video. So if you're new to my channel, just watch this video, and hopefully this will motivate and inspire and inform you on how you can get your first client. If you've watched all my other videos, I appreciate you supporting my channel. And if you haven't already, please subscribe because I post new videos like this every day. Okay, so I'm gonna keep this video fairly short and very direct to the point. So she had several false beliefs that I had just mentioned, but these are false beliefs in general, not just from my consultation this morning. These are actually some things that I experienced whenever I was getting started. So first of all, probably the biggest limiting factor, so a false belief is something that you might believe about yourself or the business in general, and they're just simply not true. So you might think, I don't know bookkeeping, which might be true. You might not know bookkeeping, but that is not a reason to delay starting a bookkeeping business, because bookkeeping and QuickBooks are so simple. Bookkeeping is literally just data entry. It's literally just recording transactions. So the QuickBooks software itself is a little bit complicated, but the actual act of bookkeeping, you're literally just taking data from bank transactions and recording them into bookkeeping software. I promise you, bookkeeping is easy. That is going to be the least of your worries when starting a bookkeeping business. So if you don't know bookkeeping, don't worry, you can start this business with no experience. I know that because I did 3 years ago. I don't have a college degree in bookkeeping. I don't have any certifications. I don't even have any bookkeeping or accounting work experience. I just started my bookkeeping business from scratch. So another false belief, my friends might judge me. Let me just tell you, if your friends and family are judging you for starting a business or for trying anything new, then maybe they didn't matter as much as you thought they did. If people truly care about you, if your friends and family truly love you, I promise they're not going to judge you. And if they do judge you, like I said, maybe those friends didn't really matter as much as you thought. You're not selling to your friends and family. Those are not going to be your clients. So if they're on social media, don't worry about what they think, because you are about to connect with business owners who are actually going to pay for your services. So don't try to sell your services to friends and family. Don't care if they judge you for creating social media content. As long as you are providing value through your social media content, as long as you keep it professional, there's literally nothing to worry about. You might have a really good job, and I'll be honest with you, I also had a really good job. I was a manager at Amazon, making 6 figures whenever I decided to quit my job. And in the first year of my bookkeeping business, I think I made maybe $70,000, maybe $80,000, which is great for a brand new business, but I actually took a pay cut quitting my full-time job and starting my bookkeeping business. But if you're watching this video, if you've ever had the idea of starting your own bookkeeping business, it's probably because you're not 100% happy at your job. And I promise you, your job or some other job similar to what you have right now will probably be available next year or even in 5 years. So if you're thinking about starting a bookkeeping business, now is the time. Also, keep in mind, you don't necessarily need to quit your full-time job right now. I actually highly recommend you don't quit your full-time job. Keep your job, do what I did. I kept my job for 6 months while I was doing sales and marketing, trying to get my first client. So I kept my job for 6 months and then I ended up quitting. So if you have a full-time job, if you have a good job, that's great. Keep your job, work on your bookkeeping business in the mornings, in the evenings, on the weekends. You might need to be supporting your family, which is a perfectly good reason to not want to quit your full-time secure job. And also, you probably don't have as much time on the weekends or in the evenings if you have a family to start a bookkeeping business. And I'm going to tell you, I had just my second kid was born whenever I decided to start my bookkeeping business. I was going back to school to get my master's degree and I was working full time. So I also did not have a ton of time, and also my income was supporting my family at the time. So there was a ton of pressure on me to provide enough money to support my family, and also obviously I want to spend time with my kids and my wife in the evenings and on the weekends. So I was really strapped for time because I had a family to take care of and I had kids to raise. So that might be you. And once again, I had a good job, I had a family. So if you are in that position, just know you're not alone. There are a ton of business owners who also have families. You just need to prioritize your time. You might need to sacrifice time with friends in order to grind and launch your bookkeeping business. You might need to sacrifice time watching football on the weekend, or going shopping on Saturday, or going out to eat with friends during the week. You might need to sacrifice a little bit of sleep early in the morning or late in the evening. You're going to have to make sacrifices if you want your bookkeeping business to succeed. The one thing I will say is nothing about this is easy. So you can be successful, but it takes an incredible amount of hard work. I just want to say that up front because I do see a ton of people on the internet preaching that you can start a business, it's super easy, relax on the beach, work from anywhere. That is possible in 2 to 3 years, but getting started, it's going to take a ton of time and a ton of hard work. Okay, now this is going to be the last slide. So this is going to be all you need to do. So I wanted to introduce the consultation I had this morning that inspired this video. I wanted to talk about some false beliefs, some things that you might be thinking that are preventing you from starting this bookkeeping business. And I wanted to kind of illustrate how they're not true. They're not going to stop you from starting the bookkeeping business, mostly because I experienced almost all of them myself. Okay, now I'm going to talk about literally all you need to do when starting a bookkeeping business. You don't need to worry about becoming a bookkeeping expert or a QuickBooks expert. You don't need to have the best SEO on your website. This is literally all you need to do. Pick one social media platform. You can pick 2, I guess, but don't pick more than 2. If you try to leverage all 6 social media platforms, you're going to spread yourself too thin. So you got to pick one social media platform. Me personally, I love Facebook, but I also recommend LinkedIn. Pick one of those 2. Or if you're already on Instagram and you're comfortable with Instagram, maybe go with Instagram, but pick one of those 3. I went with Facebook. Pick one social media platform. You're going to need to reinvent yourself. So you can convert your old personal page into a professional page, or you can just create a brand new page. But either way, you need to pick a social media platform and reinvent yourself. You need to establish a professional online presence on that platform. You're going to do that by creating content every single day for 6 months. This is the most important thing you can do. And I say every day for 6 months because it's going to take time to establish your reputation. And you want to create content that's simple enough that you can do it 150 times over and over and over again. If you just create content for 2 weeks or even 1 month or even 2 months, it's not going to be long enough. You need to create content for 6 months because you are completely revolutionizing and recreating your online presence. So nobody knows that you're a bookkeeper. So you need to create this content for the next 6 months to establish yourself and to build trust with your audience. It might sound intimidating, but just come up with a schedule, come up with a simple way of creating content. You can go onto Google, you can type in bookkeeping tips for business owners, and you can find blog posts that already have bookkeeping tips. You can rephrase and summarize those bookkeeping tips into short social media posts. You don't need to create revolutionary and life-changing content. Just create something simple. For example, hey, business owners, make sure you're keeping receipts for all of your cash transactions, just in case in the event of an IRS audit, you want to have some record of your transactions, especially cash transactions. That's it. Super simple post. It can be words, it can be a picture with words, it can be an infographic, it can be a video. It doesn't matter. You just got to be consistent and have commitment. Create content every day for 6 months. That's the first step. The second step is on your social media platform, connect with 50 people every single day. So if you're on Facebook, send 50 friend requests. If you're on Instagram, follow 50 new people. If you're on LinkedIn, connect to 50 people, and they want to be business owners, preferably business owners in your geographic region. So once you connect with 50 people every day, then 30 days later, you're going to message everybody. So for example, if today is, I think, May 3rd, let's say I sent out 50 friend requests on Facebook. 30 days later, on June 3rd, I'm going to look back on May 3rd and see, okay, who all accepted my friend request from May 3rd, and I'm going to send all of those people on June 3rd a message. I'm going to rinse and repeat that process for the next 5 months. So the first 30 days, you're not going to message anybody because right now you are establishing your online presence. You're building trust with these people. But 30 days later, after you've connected with them, after they've had a chance to see your content, then you can message them and just give a really simple, short sales pitch. Hey, I'm an accountant. Let me know if you ever need help with your bookkeeping, QuickBooks, or taxes. Thanks. That's it. Don't be annoying. Don't be pushy. Just let them know that you're offering your services. And whenever you're connecting with people, you got to make sure that you're connecting with a prospective client. So that would be a small business owner. It makes no sense to connect with people who are not business owners because they're not going to hire you for your bookkeeping services. So this is all you need to do, I promise. You can have a website, you can have a Google My Business page. You don't need to pay for advertising. You don't need to do phone calls. You don't even necessarily need to do emails. You definitely don't need to go door to door to business owners. All you need to do, pick one social media platform, create content every day for 6 months, connect with 50 people every day, and message everybody for the next 6 months. And I promise you, you will get a client, or at least I even bet you'll get 2 clients every month that you do this.